G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode 13 of the Retro Glory Hunter, the 0708. If you haven't been watching this series or sleeping under a rock, go back and check the other episodes. This is one of my most fun and best rebuilds, the competitions that I've done. I've really enjoyed this Retro Glory Hunter, and we are in Lazio, or Rome, if you really want to be pedantic about it. But yeah, we are in Lazio. We are on our second season. If I just go into the hurry up. We're on our second season with Lazio, and we were very close last season. So close, I think it only needed a couple of tweaks here and there with the transfers and squad manipulation and stuff like that. So let's go and have a little look and see what I did. Transfer wise, still got about 15 million left in the budget, just below 100k in the wage budget. I've got a few bits and pieces being done and dusted here, but nothing major. But there has been a lot of ins and outs over the summer period. So if I go back, we were on 31st of August, so we're at the end of the transfer window, 2035. As you can see, nobody was brought in before the tick over. I wanted to move as many players out as I possibly could to try and reset my squad a little bit. So before the tick over, Paul Anderson moved back to the UK, English winger, now 31 I believe. Yeah, great physicals and all that, but it was never going to stay here for another season, so I got my money for him. 20 million for him. Mads Frokje is just a young Danish regen, not that bothered about him, but I made another 74 million in sales. So João Cancelo has gone to Real Madrid for 28 million. Freddy Adu, Wonder Kid Extreme for Football Manager, has gone to Barcelona for 20 million quid. Jonathan Tah has gone to Portsmouth for 16 million. Musa Barrow has also gone to Real Madrid for 10 million. Konaki, however you say his name, I don't know, 8.5 million. Armini's gone to Portsmouth for 2.6, and then just a lot of loans for my young players in the squad. But I've brought in a lot of players this summer. Starting from the lowest fee paid, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, currently playing his trade in real life, I think down in Saudi, I believe. Great central midfielder on the game, and is proven here. I wanted somebody else to come in and provide competition, bulk out the squad a little bit in that central midfield position. Milinkovic-Savic does that in bucket loads. Next one, I wanted another striker, so I raided one of my old clubs again, Lyon. I brought in Giovanni Simeone, who was transfer listed, believe it or not. He wasn't getting much game time at Lyon after I left. He went on loan for a season to Werder Bremen, and has already played one game for us, but only as a sub appearance, so not too long. Then I went to Liverpool and signed two players. Angel Correa, real life player, come through as a regen-ish, 24 years old. Speed and pace and determination with great technique. He's a spot on winger. I think I've got to get a lot out of him this season. And I also wanted a left-footed centre-back / left-back, Carsten Hansen. Not a real life player, a regen through the game, 5-star potential ability. At the age of 22, I'm hoping that he's going to hit that quickly. Not saying time is against him, so to speak, but at 22, I would expect a little bit more development for that amount of potential. So we'll see what happens with that one. But I did go for 3 well-known European names to bulk out the squad even more. Dani Olmo, who weirdly was at Everton. Again, another attacking midfielder, gives me great options up front. Then Rafael Guerreiro, another left back, because I wanted somebody to push my left back, who I believe is, so it's like Gaia, and he's bumping his gums. He's always whinging on this. I don't know why. Unhappy at not being considered part of the club's future when I've made, I don't know if it's a glitch in the database or what, but he's always blooming whinging, Jose Gaia. So I brought in Guerreiro, and I think he's probably going to replace him at left back, I think. And then finally, Mikael Oyarzabal. I think that's close enough. Bought him in from Newcastle for £37.5 million, and at the age of 22, he's only going to get better on that wing. Again, gives me more options, but it's his physicals and his technique and work rate that really appeal to me. He's a hard-working winger. He'll get up and down, no problem. Plus, he enjoys the big moments and is consistent, so it's perfect for me. Really is. So that is the transfers. £112 million spent. That's not bad. If we have a look at the squad now, it is proper stacked out. Bijou is probably going to go out on loan. Skriniar and Barami signed. I'm going to give a little shout out to Barami here, actually, because at the age of 34, turning 35 this season, he still looks incredible. Yes, he's injury prone, but at the age of 35, I'm not surprised. But he is still incredible, and by the looks of it, he's still going to get starts this season. So you never know. See what he turns out to be like. Trent, I've nailed in that position there. Fernandez, I also nailed into the shadow striker role because he didn't play too much there last season, and I think that's where that will suit him best. The same with Fernandez up front. I've left him in that position there because, again, he kept on getting dropped out to the wing position. I want him playing up front. If we have a look at the schedule, we have started off okay. Never forget, the Serie A season starts a little bit later than other domestic seasons around Europe. So we've only played 2 games, but we've won 2. That's not too bad. A 3-2 win against one of our rivals is a good win to start off the season, and then a 1-0 win against Udinese. Hopefully we can build on that. It was a little bit touch and go against Udinese, only winning the 1-0, but a 3-2, again, it's a close game against Napoli, but one of their goals was an own goal as well by Breno, and he made up for it by getting the winner. So I think, along with the Champions League football and the Coppa Italia, the Champions League I am not fussed about in the slightest. I want that Serie A title, I want that Coppa Italia title so I can get moving on to the final country, which will be Germany. We're not that far off completing this challenge, so I'm going to roll the highlights reel. Let's go and see what happens. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. I wanted to win in Italy desperately, and that is exactly what we got. Our league form was imperious. A battering of Genoa 6-0. A 4-1 win versus Inter, a 3-1 win versus Napoli, a 3-0 win versus Juventus, and to top it all off, a Rome derby battering of Roma 5-1. In fact, our form was that good we only lost 2 league games all season as we went all out and battered everyone in our sight to claim the Serie A title. Of course, we have to get the Coppa Italia too. And in all fairness, we totally blitzed it. Early wins versus Palermo and Cagliari led us to a semi-final versus Inter Milan, who we battered 8-2 on aggregate to go into the final against our main rivals AC Milan. It was a close tie that could have gone either way, but we managed to win the Coppa Italia and tick that one off our list on a penalty shootout. But that's not all. The UEFA Champions League provided even more entertainment. Losing just once meant we finished in the top 8, and this led us to the round of 16 and a match against Man United, who we beat 4-2 on aggregate to go through to the next round to face Portsmouth, who we just narrowly beat 5-4 on aggregate to go into the semi-finals against Barcelona. And we edged them out 5-3 on aggregate as well, to go into the Champions League final versus our former club, Lyon. And in a close encounter, we managed to edge it 2-0 to win our 5th Champions League of the Glory Hunter. Well, well, well. I don't do things by halves, do I? It's either nothing or everything all at the same time. And, yeah, winning another treble. I mean, I said I wasn't bothered about the Champions League, but hey, I'm always going to take it if we're going to win. And to win the Champions League against my former side, who I left to join Lazio, makes it all the more better. But we finally have the Serie A and the Coppa Italia ticked off on the Glory Hunter trophy cabinet. That is them done. Let's go and have a little review of the squad and have a look at the league, because the league itself, if we have a look at the stages, Only 2 losses and 8 draws all season, 28 wins. Yeah, we didn't score the most goals, which still went down to AC Milan, but our goal difference is just as good because our defense, we only conceded 22 goals all season in the league. We were imperious, utterly imperious. And if we have a look at, say, player overview, let's see if any of our players made it into there. Fernandes, 4th, 18 goals this season in the league. That's pretty decent. Little side note, AC Milan do have Victor Osimhen, and he is ridiculously stacked on this game. It's ridiculous. Oh, I completely forgot about him. I don't know how I missed him, to be fair. Yanis Favre coming in with open play key passes. Fernandes and Bruno Fernandes expected goals. Favre with the assists again. Let's go and have a look at the squad. So goals wise, 34 from Fernandes. I was right to keep him up top. Now, I did, in the January, take a couple of players out of position, but I kept Trent and Fernandes in their spots. And it seemed to work as well. Bruno Fernandes, 17 and 9. Angel Correa in his first season, 15 and 16. That's a brilliant turnout. Yanis Favre, 14 goals, 24 assists. Baller. Utter baller. He is incredible on this. Utterly incredible. World class. Model citizen, elite winger. Let's have a look. Tim Brooks, my central midfielder, 9 and 11. Danny Olmo, only 12 starts, but got 8 goals and 2 assists. Oyarzabal, 8 and 5. 7 and 6 from Paul Pogba. Overall, the squad was utterly fantastic this season. Let's say the Coppa Italia, it was close. It was close, and it was always going to be close against AC Milan because they are our closest rivals. I fully expect that, but Fernandes did get the golden boot for the competition. And then, just to top it all off, we went and won the Champions League as well, which, frankly, is not going to do my job prospects again any harm. Because if you have a look at my profile now, I have 22 trophy wins, or title wins, whatever you want to call them. I hope for FM25 actually they changed this layout a little bit so it makes it a little bit more readable. There's a little bit all over the place here, but if you actually have a look at my history, job history, there we go. So there's the treble, there's another treble, there's another one, there's another one. I've got 4, well, in fact I've got a quadruple and 2 trebles. Sorry, a quadruple and 3 trebles to my name. That's mind-blowing. Utterly mind-blowing. And the fact that the longest time was with Valencia. I don't know why it says Valencia B, because I didn't... Oh, did they win a title as well? I had nothing to do with that, but I'll take it. And the fact that I've spent literally a maximum of 2 seasons at each club, bar Valencia, which was 3. Spain was my toughest one. Obviously, Real Madrid and Barcelona, at this point in time in the history of the database, were incredibly difficult to beat. But I really cannot knock it in the slightest. I'm very, very happy with that. There's only one thing left to do. Let's go and have a little look at the job centre and let's go and weed things out. So I only want manager positions, I only want club, and I only want Germany. Oh, there is one. Well, in that case then, it's going to have to be Werder Bremen. Let's go have a little look at the Bundesliga. Let's have a look at the history, past winners. Schalke won the last 3 years. Oh, what a weird twist in history. Bayern Munich are not the dominant force anymore. They have been pipped. They've been runners-up 4 times in the last 6. And they haven't won the title since the 27-28 season, where Bremen won it next. Schalke won it twice, then Bremen won another 2. So Bremen are actually a really good side. Let's have a look at the finances. Oh, 110 million. Let's have a look at the squad. Change that. Let's have a look at the age of the squad actually first. So that'll give me a feel for what, if I did get the job, what I'd have to do. It's not too bad. There's a few there that I think would need replacing, but overall it's not too bad. They got some really good players in there. Let's have a look. So Leon Goretzka. Ooh. Oh, but he's joining into Milan. Great. Well, that's a good start. They got Upu Meccano, Didier Degard, who's a classic on the game. Baralco, Gabriel Martinelli, Muriel. Oh, they got Alexander Isak. What's he like at this age? 20 years old? Ooh, he's going to get better. Ooh. Well, I think my decision is made. I'm going to resign from this. I'm going to apply for the Werder Bremen job. But you guys are going to have to like and subscribe to this video and tune in for the next episode, which will be episode number 14, which, you never know, actually might be the final season of this Retro Glory Hunter. Fingers crossed. If I get that Bremen job and I can nail it in the first season, job done. But as I say, you're going to have to tune in for the next episode for that. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Ta-ra.